So let's begin by looking at Regents' questions about absolutism. Question number 1. Which quotation was most likely made by an absolute monarch? 1. The government that governs best governs least. 2. I am the state. 3. The government must be based on a sound constitution. Or 4. It is the parliament that must make the laws. Now, before we answer this question, let's try to understand the main idea and the key connecting words or phrases to this topic, absolutism. We're going to look at what's called a main idea chart, and it'll give us a good sense of what we need to know in order to answer these questions correctly. Well, the central idea is that absolute rulers wanted total control over their people. They believed that God had given them the divine right to rule. This divine right, they felt, came directly from God. They were God's kings or God's lieutenants or God's representatives on earth. That's what they actually believed. Who were some of these absolute rulers? Let's go down the list and we'll see. Louis XIV, Ivan the Terrible, Peter the Great, Suleiman, and philosophers such as Jacques Bossuet and Thomas Hobbes. So Louis XIV, Ivan the Terrible, Peter the Great, and other philosophers like Thomas Hobbes and Jacques Bossuet who supported absolutism. But there were those who were against it. And these are men such as John Locke, Enlightenment thinkers, the opponents, those who oppose absolute rule, and also legislators in England who created a parliament which favored limitations on the ruler's power by the people. In the end, absolutism led to abuses by the rulers and revolutions by the people. So this time period between the 1500s and the 1600s, where rulers believed that they had power from God, made them feel as if no one should limit their power. What they said was law. Now, with that in mind, let's go back now to our questions, and we'll take a look at getting the right answer. So now, which quotation was most likely made by an absolute monarch? Take a look at it quickly, and remember what we said was our main idea. Okay? All right, now, so is it, and what you really should do now is have the main idea chart in front of you, if you have our main idea book. If not, you can download it and keep it in front of you as you answer these questions. All right, so let's eliminate the ones that don't fit our main idea. Would an absolute ruler say that it is the parliament that must make laws? Would never do that. Why? Because this would be a limitation on his power. Would an absolute ruler say that the government must be based on constitution, like in America? No, because again, that would be a limitation on his power. Would an absolute ruler say that the government that governs best is the one that governs least? In other words, less government power? No way. But he would say, I am the state, the law. I am the law, the state, the government is me. That's who the state is. This was said by Louis XIV, an absolute ruler. So if you chose 2, you were correct. But again, our goal is to get the main idea and to eliminate any choices that don't fit with what we know about that main idea about absolutism. Now I want you to go and try some of these questions yourself, keeping your main idea chart open and eliminating any question, or rather any choice that doesn't fit with your main idea or key connections about absolutism.